I'm going to talk about emergent literacy or early literacy. Print concepts is usually what this is categorized underneath in current tests and assessments and instructional categories. So the idea behind print concepts is that the emergence of cultural understanding and technical understanding are both things that kids have to gain awarenesses of and specific knowledge in before it's going to make sense to really teach them all of the different pieces and parts of words and identifying words and fluency and so on. And I say before, you can do these things at the same time, but things will make more sense to kids if they actually have this sort of walking around understanding of what print is for and technical pieces that they need to be aware of. So I'm just going to walk through some of this, not going to go through the entire handout, but I have a whole bunch of specific technical things that kids need to know about before they begin to read. Look closely at those. I just want to talk more about the equipment right now. So if you're going to work with an entire class of kids on the idea that print means things and that there are these specific technical pieces and parts to books, then you need to have a lot of equipment with you. So what's that going to involve? Obviously, you're going to have a classroom library. So that classroom library is going to have to include a lot of books, and you want a variety of those. You want a variety of board books, picture books, easy chapter books that kids can handle even if they can't read, that they can ask you to read to them, just so they can see all sorts of things. Graphic novels as well as standard print books and so on. So make sure that you have that wide variety of books available for kids, but also go beyond books. You should get magazines, and you should get a lot of environmental print. So teachers that I've worked with over the years in preschool all the way up to middle school work on putting together this classroom library that includes tubs and baskets with environmental print in them. So one of the first things that I might recommend is that you get game instructions. So if you've got games in the classroom that kids can play, you can talk about game instructions as something that you read to figure out how to do it. So, and you can read these things to the kids and show them that it tells you how to play the game. Milton Bradley and Hasbro, all of their game instructions have been online since the late 1990s, almost since the advent of the internet. They started scanning these and putting them out there for us. What else do we want to talk about? I'm going to look at some pictures here. How to. So do you have how to make paper airplanes, folding and showing kids how the paper is marked to help them fold just the right paper airplane. Grocery store receipts. These are things that you can have kids bring in of their own. I have a lot of historical grocery receipts that I can use to show kids in social studies classes. Medicine labels. Can you bring in washed and scrubbed out medicine bottles with these labels on them and talk about how these labels say things and are trying to help people keep safe. Any kinds of signage as well, so you can take pictures of signs that are around your school and around town and put them up on the screen or up on use the document camera to put little items like this on the screen for yourself. So seed packets, something that I've had a lot of fun with kids in science and social studies settings. Food packaging. I get a lot of mileage out of this particular Swiss Miss hot cocoa package. Has lots of different places on it where the print does different things. So here we have the instructions. Here we have a title that's very much like a book title. We have a subtitle, Swiss Miss milk chocolate with marshmallows, a little extra description, a little bit of information about what's actually contained in the package. So we have the back of it as well that has a little narrative on it from the company. It reads very much like a small informational book in a lot of ways. So that's something that I would use along with all of these other things if I'm going to be working on emergence of cultural understanding. So kids know a lot about the print that's out there in their real world. even if they don't know a lot about books. So if you want a good front door into emergent cultural understanding and some of these technical understanding pieces, start thinking about how your classroom is going to go with books and beyond. Okay?